Alright, so I'm super late to this. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards are coming up. I think in like 11 or 12 hours as I'm recording this. So we're going to give my thoughts on the Crunchyroll Anime Awards for like Anime of the Year, Best Soundtrack. They have like 50 freaking categories here. So Anime of the Year. For Anime of the Year, we've got Oshinoko, Chainsaw Man, JJK Season 2, Bocchi the Rock, Demon Slayer Arc 3, I think this one is, which I did not watch, and then Vinland Saga Season 2. I could see it going to Oshinoko just because Oshinoko is like that anime where it's just an all-around perfect package. It has really nice characters, it has really good animation, it has a really intriguing like plot that hooks you right away with that really long first episode. That long first episode that was like an hour in length, that really, I think, boosted the popularity of this show because that first episode aired and the twist at the end just made everybody who had only just heard about the show want to pick it up and watch it immediately. I actually picked up the manga for this because I'm a huge fan of the Kaguya-sama manga, and the anime has been extremely popular as well. I picked it up because this is also written by the same author, but I only got like a few chapters in and I just wasn't feeling it. The anime really, I think, kind of blew me out of the water. I could see it going to Oshinoko. It did a lot of things right. The animation is incredible. The characters are very interesting. It had a lot of really fun and interesting drama and also great commentary about, you know, working in the industry. Really impactful first couple of episodes with Oshinoko. Chainsaw Man, I really would like for Chainsaw Man to win because I love the Chainsaw Man manga. I'm completely caught up on the manga, and I thought the anime adaptation was great. I don't know if it's good enough to win Anime of the Year, though, over like Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Chainsaw Man, because it was only 12 episodes, I think it kind of suffered in like the popularity. It didn't really turn out as well as MAPPA was kind of hoping that it would because it was like a MAPPA passion project. Chainsaw Man, I think, is very representative of like 2023 as a whole. It seems like a really good pick to be Anime of the Year, but I don't think it's going to win. I haven't actually finished Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 yet. I'm like still right at the start of the Shibuya arc. I mean, I already know everything that happens because I've had the entire plot spoiled for me at this point. I feel like JJK Season 2, it's probably going to win, but I think it would be the most boring pick to win. But then again, you know, those animators, they probably deserve some kind of award. But then at the same time, it's like, do we reward the studio like MAPPA where they just grind these animators into the dust? Bocchi the Rock, I also have not finished Bocchi the Rock. I am a couple episodes in. I'm trying to go back and finish like a rewatch of K-On! Right now, and I think once I finish that, then I'll switch over to Bocchi the Rock. Definitely a great anime, but I don't know if it's like an Anime of the Year contender. Demon Slayer, we're not even going to talk about Demon Slayer. I haven't watched the third arc. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm sure the animation is incredible, but Demon Slayer, I think, is kind of like the next after My Hero Academia, where it's going to kind of fall off. I don't know. I don't think Demon Slayer is anime of the year worthy. I mean, basically nobody I've heard like in the mainstream sphere is even like talking about this. Vinland Saga Season 2. I think if I were to vote, I would give my vote to Vinland Saga Season 2. Vinland Saga Season 1, I thought was just okay. I thought it had the really good start of like a historical character drama. Honestly, the best part is the character development for Askeladd. Thorfinn's character development just kind of doesn't exist in Season 1. He's pretty static for most of it. But then Season 2 came out and absolutely blew me away. Thorfinn's character development was just so incredibly amazing, and they introduced all these extra side characters. And I'm surprised that people even liked the farm arc because like the character drama is just so incredibly good, but it's way toned down on like the violence and the fight scenes and everything. And I think my vote would probably go to Vinland Saga Season 2. It gave us like the best like meme quote of the year, like from the anime sphere, aside from maybe I'd win. But I think Vinland Saga, it definitely deserves the win. I was so invested in Vinland Saga Season 2. Yeah, I think I'd give it to Vinland Saga Season 2. Best continuing series, I'd like to say give it to Attack on Titan because the finale was incredible. Spy X Family, I'm just gonna say no, I probably wouldn't vote for this. It's a great slice of life show, but I don't think it's necessarily worth like an award for continuing series. Same with Demon Slayer. I mean, might become the next My Hero, Popularity might go goodbye. One Piece, I could see One Piece because the hype around One Piece the past year has been absolutely insane. I think I'd have to give it to Attack on Titan just because I haven't finished JJK Season 2 yet, but if Vinland Saga was not to win Anime of the Year, I'd give it to Vinland Saga. Best New Series. This one I could see going to Chainsaw Man, actually. The first season may not be Anime of the Year material because the best parts of the story haven't even been adapted yet. The next 2 arcs of the story are when it really starts to like pick up and get good in my opinion. But then Oshinoko, I could see Best New Series for all the same reasons. It kind of broke out with a bang and the entire core was incredible. And I know that there's so many people, myself included, that are vehemently waiting for season 2 to come out. I know that the next core of Chainsaw Man is going to be a movie and I'm curious to see how that's going to work. The JJK movie adaptation by Mappa was good. The Rezi arc, it's such like a unique arc. I feel like it has such a huge impact like on Denji as a character. Rezi's character is super memorable as well. So Bocchi the Rock came out and it was instantly like a cult hit. A lot of people love this show and it got super popular kind of unexpectedly, I think. But this is for Best New Series and I honestly don't know if Bocchi the Rock is gonna be getting a continuation. Hell's Paradise was good. I got about halfway through that. I still want to finish it. I don't know if it's award worthy for Best New Series. Zom 100 was good. It was okay. I think the first like 2 episodes were amazing because they were animated extremely well and they were hilarious. But then the next couple episodes, I thought the plot died down like really fast. It wasn't as interesting to me past the first couple episodes. I would hate for Chainsaw Man to not win like an award for the anime itself. I honestly think I'd give it to Oshinoko because I feel like that as a series, its popularity is just going to continue to skyrocket with season 2 if season 2 is good. Yeah, I think I'd give it to Oshinoko, but I would be happy with either Oshinoko or Chainsaw Man. Best film. Okay, I have not seen any of these except clips of Kaguya-sama, so I'd probably vote for the Kaguya-sama movie. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this category. Best original anime. I heard really good things about Do It Yourself. It's like a standalone cute little show where it doesn't take like a lot of investment to watch. I feel like I would be happy with that one winning. Yeah, I'll just say Do It Yourself because that's like really the only one I'm remotely familiar with. Ooh, best animation. This Anime Awards is stacked this year. The animation from AOT final season that impressed me the most was honestly all of the animation of Aaron's founding Titan form. Any scene where they were animating his Titan's movement or his face moving, that stuff was more artistic and impressive to me than any of the 3D maneuver gear stuff that they did. I don't know. I mean, all the animation in the final season was absolutely incredible, but I don't think I would give it to AOT just because there are previous seasons of AOT and previous cuts of animation that are way better than anything that's in the final season. Demon Slayer I could see winning. I don't really know if it's has enough of a Western fan base for that to win, at least not anymore compared to like JJK. Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, I still haven't seen yet. I want to watch it. I'm sure that animation was incredible, but I honestly can't speak on it. Trigun Stampede I also haven't seen, but Studio Orange has gone above and beyond changing the medium and like what anime can look like when it's in 3D. The animation in Trigun Stampede is better than some of the best 3D animation I've seen for like similar anime-esque stuff, like the animations for like Fire Emblem and Honkai Star Rail. All the animations in Trigun Stampede that I've seen in like clips online, it just looks so incredible. And I've been a Studio Orange fan like since they came out with their adaptation of Hoseki no Kuni or Land of the Lustrous. That animation was incredible, and that's all in 3D as well. I think I would be surprised if this won. This would be like a massive like sleeper hit, like sleeper win. Between like Chainsaw Man and JJK Season 2, I honestly think I'd have to give it to JJK Season 2. Chainsaw Man, the animation was incredible, but I really think Chainsaw Man stands out more in like the directing and like the atmosphere. And a lot of the directing techniques and like the style of the Chainsaw Man adaptation, it kind of leaked into the JJK Season 2 adaptation. The first couple episodes especially, there are a lot of like directing choices, which I'm like, yeah, this seems like it's ripped like straight out of the way that Chainsaw Man was. So I think best animation, it deservingly goes to JJK Season 2. Best character design. Demon Slayer, I could see winning this. The character designs in that are really unique. And there's that one like pink-haired girl that is like super popular now. Hell's Paradise, I didn't really think the character designs were that memorable. Chainsaw Man, honestly, the character designs in Chainsaw Man, I don't think are the standout element. probably the best character design is probably Makima, but all of the characters, they have like pretty standard, like, I don't want to say generic, but you know, they just look like regular people. JJK season 2, again, amazing animation. I don't know about character design though. The designs are iconic just because Jujutsu Kaisen has like mastered something that Bleach started a long time ago, where the designs are pretty simple, but they're just so sleek and stylish, and most of all, super easy for people to cosplay. And like, to cosplay as Gojo, you just have to get like a similar looking blue suit, his blue glasses, and then wear like a white anime hair wig. But honestly, I think I might give this one to Oshinoko, because the Oshinoko character designs, they're just so detailed and so fluid and super cute. I think I would give it to Oshinoko. Like, Kana from Oshinoko was probably like my best girl of the show. Her design is just so adorable. I love like the weird little artist hat that she wears. The character designs in Oshinoko, I would be super satisfied if they won. But honestly, I could see JJK season 2 winning as well, because those character designs are very iconic. Best director. That's like something that I think is super difficult with the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, is that a lot of anime fans are not necessarily film fans. So they don't really understand like the difference between like direction, cinematography, shading, color choice, all these like super technical like film things. Some of this stuff, it just doesn't always translate directly over to anime. Like, storyboarding in animation it's kind of like directing, but it's not necessarily the same thing. I wouldn't give it to Oshinoko. Bocchi the Rock, maybe I could see winning. JJK season 2 has great direction. Honestly, I think I'd give this one to Chainsaw Man. There's something so like moody and calming about Chainsaw Man that I really wasn't expecting to work for the anime. And I know that over in Japan, there was a lot of fans who didn't like the direction that the director took with Chainsaw Man, because it was kind of different from the super fast and electric pace of the manga. But I honestly think that it works extremely well for the anime adaptation. The extra scenes that they added, like the extremely slow burn, slow-paced scene where it's just Aki getting ready in the morning. Those scenes tell you so much about the characters and like the way that they live their lives and what their personality is like, without needing to actually say or like tell you anything. And true to the fact that Chainsaw Man has like a ton of film references, and the opening has a bunch of film references in it, I feel like it's very fitting that the way it's directed feels like a film. The most memorable scenes of the anime are not the action scenes, in my opinion. It somehow manages to be like both an action anime and like this slow burn, kind of existential, thought-provoking show. It just has these moments where it sits with the characters and just experience like the exact same thing that they're experiencing. Top 3 scenes that come to mind are the scene in the beginning where it's like Denji, it's like a flashback of Denji like chopping wood with Pochita and, you know, sleeping in his like little shack on like a, oh, not even a mattress, like a sheet of plywood. The scene I mentioned with Aki getting ready in the morning, and then the scene where Makima is talking to Denji about caressing her ears and like she bites his finger and stuff. Those scenes are like, the direction is so good because it's so intentional. This would be Chainsaw Man 100%. That's my vote. Best cinematography. I don't understand what the difference is supposed to be here between like best director and best cinematography. I guess if you wanted to make like a big difference, you could say best director, because directing doesn't just include like cinematography. So I could see this going to like Bocchi the Rock or JJK season 2 or even like the AOT final season. So if not any of those, cinematography again would go to Chainsaw Man. But if not Chainsaw Man, you know, I could see Vinland Saga season 2 winning. There's a lot of like incredible shots from Vinland Saga season 2 that I remember. Vinland Saga season 2 and Chainsaw Man are both excellent at like just capturing a like mood and just capturing your attention, not always with like high octane action, just like setting up a scene where it's just like characters talking or characters like getting ready for something, and the way it's directed lulls the audience in, like it pulls you in. AOT final season, I don't know about cinematography. There was some good shots in like the final chapters special. The direction and the cinematography for the rumbling scenes are so harrowing. Not even like that they're scary. They fill you with the sense not just of dread, but of like complete hopelessness and despair. I've never seen any kind of apocalyptic event adapted in such a way like the rumbling was, where you felt like the sheer like hopelessness and fruitlessness of the situation. Yeah, I think I'd be happy with either Chainsaw Man or Vinland Saga season 2. Best art direction. Right off the bat, I'm gonna get rid of like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, not because they are, you know, bad in this respect, but I just think the art direction is not like the most standout things about these anime. And I've already talked about like the things that are standout. Hell's Paradise, honestly, the aesthetic and art direction of Hell's Paradise was pretty good. I don't think it's necessarily as memorable as like some of the other things on this list. Hell's Paradise I could see being like a sleeper pick. A lot of the like color choice and art of that adaptation was really good. And I really loved the scenery in Hell's Paradise. A lot of the scenery and a lot of like the different monsters and stuff that they have show up, like all the spirits and all the weird, crazy stuff that happens in the setting. A lot of the art direction and color choice for that was incredible. Demon Slayer, even though it's not like my favorite like anime ever, I gotta admit the art direction is always on point. You know, the character designs are great. The color choice is incredible. It always like pops. So I wouldn't be surprised if that were to win. Zom 100, I'm kind of on the fence about. I think maybe this could have won for the first episode or so, but after that, I think the color choice becomes more like your generic anime. I think for this though, I would have to go with Oshinoko again, because the Oshinoko art direction was just so freaking insane. I mean, look at like these character designs and this color choice. This pops so much. There's those gifs of like the characters with the eyes like glowing, even more so than like the incredible animation. The use of color in Oshinoko, I think, is half the reason it got as popular as it did. Because even though like the dramatic writing is great, the characters are great, just the art direction makes it stand out so much from like all these other anime. I'd absolutely give it to Oshinoko. Best romance. Gotta be honest, I don't watch a lot of romance anime anymore. This will probably go to like Horimiya. Horimiya, you know, I've heard a lot of great things about, and it's kind of like it's like a beloved cult romance anime at this point. I did watch Tomo-chan as a girl. Tomo-chan, I got like a couple episodes in and I dropped it. It has decent characters. It has an okay premise about like, you know, this tomboy who wants to be seen in like a feminine way and wants, you know, what's his name to look at her as not just like a bro. I don't know. This just didn't like stand out to me, and I thought it was kind of boring, if I'm being honest. I would expect that either this or Horimiya would win. Probably Horimiya. Best comedy. This one might be kind of a toss-up. Urusei Yatsura, I'm just going to say right out the bat, that's not going to win. I haven't seen it, but I definitely don't think it's going to win. It's not popular enough. Zom 100, even though it was funny, I don't think it's funnier than the other ones on this list. Spy X Family is a tough one because even though it kind of is like a comedy, it's kind of like a slice of life, like feel-good kind of show a lot of the time, at least for the anime adaptation. I could definitely see Spy X Family winning just because of how popular it is. Bocchi the Rock, I think, just steals this. This is like the only anime I've heard so much about from so many people in the anime sphere about it actually being like funny, because a lot of people don't think anime and Japanese humor is funny. I've seen so many clips of Bocchi the Rock online, which is what like convinced me to pick it up and start watching it. And I think my favorite clip that I've seen is like the one where she just starts hysterically laughing to herself in a room, and then there's just like a hard cut and it just like cuts.
これからもみんなといろんな写真撮っていけたらいいな。
That is hilarious, like on its own. Bocchi the Rock, I think absolutely deserves best comedy, especially the use of visual comedy, like when she turns into like a balloon and then she pops and then she flies away. That kind of stuff is super creative to me. If it doesn't win best comedy, there's probably gonna be riots. Best action. Right off the bat, I'm just gonna write off like One Piece and Demon Slayer, because Demon Slayer I think has won awards for best action in the past, if I recall correctly. Attack on Titan final season, I think, may have also won for best action. I don't really know if the action in the final season is really what matters as much as like the resolution of the story and like all the different character arcs. That's the stuff that I really took away from the final chapters. I probably wouldn't give best action to the final chapters. Chainsaw Man maybe, but you know, like I said, I feel like Chainsaw Man is really like, it advertises itself as like a shonen action series, but even like with the manga, I think what people don't expect going into Chainsaw Man is that it's gonna be this pretty deep narrative with like these characters that have a lot of depth. It touches on like a lot of relatable real life issues that the readers and real people are actually going through. So at Chainsaw Man, it's not always about the action. And I don't think that the standout moments from the anime are the action scenes. JJK season 2 would be a super easy pick for this. It would be a crime to say that like the action scenes in JJK season 2 aren't good. I'm gonna get like destroyed and hated on for saying this. The only thing I don't really love about Jujutsu Kaisen, and this applies to like season 1 and season 2, is that sometimes the action is so fast paced that I can't keep up with what's happening. And it kind of has that DBZ syndrome where like the characters and everything are moving so fast that they're just constantly a blur on the screen and you can't like tell what's happening. Don't get me wrong, the action in JJK is great, but sometimes the action scenes are a little too, there's just too much in my opinion. Don't hate me. Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, I also would not be surprised if this won because I've heard so many amazing things about the action scenes in this. I'm probably not going to watch it because I haven't seen the original Bleach, and I'm not going to spend the time to go back and watch all of them, but for best action, I give it to like Bleach or JJK Season 2. I think those would be good picks. Best Fantasy. Demon Slayer. I'm pretty sure Demon Slayer won Best Fantasy a couple years back, if I recall correctly, and that like really pissed a lot of people off. I honestly think Ranking of Kings would be an amazing pick for Best Fantasy because Ranking of Kings fits what I think of when I think of like a fantasy story. It's not like an isekai where the point isn't necessarily that they're in a fantasy world. The point is more like the wish fulfillment aspect of it. Ranking of Kings actually has super detailed, like real fantasy setting that isn't your stereotypical anime fantasy setting. I feel like that winning would be like the most fitting. Hell's Paradise, I could see maybe winning this too. I don't know if it's popular enough. It's really unique for a lot of like modern anime compared to like other settings I've seen. Mushoku Tensei, I wouldn't be surprised with this one. It's extremely popular. It's not really my cup of tea. I don't like a lot of isekai shows, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Mushoku Tensei won. Magic Spread Season 2, honestly, I didn't even know this aired. I didn't even know it had a Season 2, but I think for this, the best option would probably be Ranking of Kings. Best Drama. Oh, that's a hard one. Heavenly Delusion, I don't really know if I'd call that a drama. AOT final chapters, you know, I wouldn't really call this a drama. There's definitely a lot of political drama and human character drama in the final season overall, but the final chapters I don't think focuses on that too much. Oshinoko, the drama is great. It's like super high tension. Honestly though, I gotta give it to Vinland Saga Season 2. Vinland Saga Season 2 has some of the best drama character writing I've seen in anime, period. This doesn't just feel like an anime, this feels like a human drama. There's a drama between Thorfinn and his past, Thorfinn and what's his name? It's like Amar or something. It starts with an E. I can't remember his name. Einar. Einar's a great character. I love the drama of him growing along with Thorfinn. I love the drama of his developing feelings for Arnheid. I just have such a soft spot for contained setting human dramas where it's like, okay, we're going to take all these characters that don't know each other. We're going to put them on a farm together. And then they're just going to get to know each other and like work out their problems. That is the best kind of human drama to me. And Vinland Saga Season 2 with the farm arc is incredible at that. Every single character on the farm, like Thorfinn, Einar, Arnheid, Snake, they all have competing priorities and different wants and needs for like what they want to do about this traumatic event that has like shaken the entire farm. They say like for this category, something essential about the human experience, and Vinland Saga Season 2 captures that. Best main character. Just to make it easy, I'm just gonna say Denji, no. Denji is an amazing character, but at least in terms of the anime, we haven't even gotten close to the peak of his development yet. Bocchi, I'm gonna say no. I haven't seen enough. I'm sure she's a great character, but I don't know enough about like the development. Mob, I haven't seen Mob Psycho Season 3, but I have seen the first 2 seasons, and Mob is an incredible main character. His development is amazing. I feel like you kind of have to give it to Eren because his development was peak, and he's clearly like the most popular character here. Thorfinn, like I said, Thorfinn's development with Vinland Saga Season 2, even though in Season 1, he wasn't really like my favorite kind of main character, his development in Season 2 is incredible. I think I would give it to Eren just because Eren is my personal like favorite out of these, but I could easily see it going to Thorfinn as well. Best supporting character. Oh, these are all so good. Oh, this is so hard. This is a hard category. Gojo, best supporting character hands down. I don't know. He's a super badass character. He is like the popular pick, I think. He's basically like the main character of the first half of JJK Season 2. I think he'll probably be the one that wins it. Hanji would be a great pick. Power would be a great supporting character. She's super fun and iconic. Kana was my favorite girl from Oshinoko. I don't think Kana will win though. There's a lot of like best girls in Oshinoko, so I don't think Kana will win. Power is such a fun character, but I think Gojo is probably going to win it. My vote would be Power though. Must protect at all cost character. I'm kind of tempted to give this one to like Bocchi actually. actually. She's like the kind of person that you just want to like succeed in everything that they do. I feel like Anya's probably gonna win because Anya will be the most popular. Anya's like an acceptable choice, I think. Anya could take care of herself though. She's like smarter than some of the adults in the show, and like she actually helps progress the plot and stuff. Pochita, oh man, but he's dead. But he's already dead. I think I'm gonna give it to Bocchi. Even though I love Pochita and Anya, I think I want to give it to Bocchi because she's like the character you just want to see succeed the most. Best anime song. I'm tempted to just say, like straight off the bat, give it to either Chainsaw Man or Oshinoko, because Oshinoko, that song is just such a banger. Idol, like it's such an amazing song. Idol is like one of the only anime songs that I actively listen to in like my Spotify playlist outside of just seeing it pop up on YouTube or something. Kickback is an amazing song, and I love the structure of that song, like how it has all these different musical influences. I'd be happy with either of these two winning, but I think I gotta give it to Idol. The thing I always remember the most about it is how it opens up with like this chorus. It kind of reminds me of like the Attack on Titan soundtrack sometimes, where like it just has like this epic choir in the background of the backing for the vocals. Yeah, I think I'd probably give this one to Idol. Best score. This one is also kind of tough. Attack on Titan would be a good pick. I don't remember a lot of the score from Oshinoko. The main thing I remember is like the opening. I think I'd probably give like best anime song to Idol, and then I'd give best score to Chainsaw Man. Kensuke Ushio, he's one of my favorite composers. I love his soundtracks for Devilman Crybaby and for Ping Pong, the animation. Chainsaw Man, the soundtrack does so much for the atmospheric tone that Chainsaw Man was going for. I think Chainsaw Man takes this. Best opening sequence. Oh, Innocent Arrogance by Heavenly Delusion was really good. I don't think I would give it to Idol, honestly. Idol, like I said, the song is amazing, but I don't think the opening itself, like the animation, is as memorable as the song itself. I'd probably give it to Chainsaw Man in this case. I love how it just has all these different film references. The opening sequence is just so hype. I love when the media I watch like shows its influences, like they wear their influences on their sleeve. I think it'd be really close for me between Heavenly Delusion and Chainsaw Man, because Innocent Arrogance, that opening is really, really amazing. The animation for it is incredible. I think I'd have to give it to Chainsaw Man though. Best ending sequence. JJKS 2, Spy Family, Happiness of the Dead, Demon Slayer. I don't know which one this is from Chainsaw Man, but I wish we could just give an award to all the ending sequences of Chainsaw Man because there were so many. I don't know. These are all slipping out of my memory, so I'll just say Chainsaw Man because the way that they had so many different openings for that was just incredible. Best voice artist performance. Gojo Satoru, I could see him winning, but I kind of don't want him to win because even though like his character is great, I don't think his voice is that iconic. I've heard similar performances from Yuichi Nakamura and other characters. Kikunosuke Toya, he actually really surprised me with his performance of Denji. Even though he's like a new voice artist, Denji's kind of his breakout role. His performance as Denji I thought was really, really good. Yuki Kaji, you know, the GOAT, I'm not sure if he's already won an award for this. I think he might have won like best voice acting performance for like a previous season of the final chapters. Even though I love Yuki Kaji and he's one of my favorite, like Eren Yeager is probably my favorite performance by him, I don't like know if he actually has any lines that are that significant in like the final chapters. It's kind of a shame that Armin's voice actor isn't on here because the final chapters part 2, Armin's voice actress in the Japanese dub was absolutely incredible. I guess I'll give it to Denji because even though it's not the most iconic, memorable thing ever, I think like his performance as Denji just completely captured like what I expected Denji to sound like when I was reading the manga. So best voice artist performance English. I'm just gonna skip this one because I normally watch subbed. I don't know any of these performances. Okay, so that wraps up all of my picks for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed. Hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.